My name's Grace. I'm a junior and I've been coming here for a little over a year now. So I started coming to youth group at Victory about the beginning of last school year. The reason I started to come, through COVID, I kind of like reconnected with my faith, started reading my Bible more, and I realized I want to go to church again because I had fallen out of it there for several years. And here is where my best friend, Brooklyn Taylor, went to church. And so I decided to join her at youth group. When the opening for like CIY came up, I don't know, I just really wanted to do that retreat type thing with the church, go get closer to Jesus and all my friends here at church and just spend a week together. CIY was amazing. Like that first night worshiping, it almost felt a little awkward at first, but then you realize like everyone's here for the same reason, and just to like praise the Lord and have a good time doing it. And then, as the week went on, I felt like it kept getting better. You're learning something new every day. You're just gaining more like confidence with your faith almost. I mean, they tell you when you're there that you're like on this mountaintop, and it really is. So one of the nights that stands out the most to me was probably the night that they brought the door out. It was a really good sermon for me, especially as someone who had kind of like fallen out of faith for a little bit, just to hear that like you're still welcome back to walk through this door. And I mean, walking through that door was a really like special moment there at CIY. And then, I mean, beyond that, just all the memories, like running around the hallways in the dorms with my friends, is just so amazing. So that night they brought out the door, they kind of introduced it as like Jesus is our shepherd and we're his sheep, and like the sheep go in this little pen and the shepherd would stand in the doorway to protect them. And so they talk about, the lost sheep and him rejoicing over one lost sheep even though he already had 100. And so the door kind of symbolized you being that lost sheep and just kind of walking back into this shepherd's area where he'll take care of you and keep you safe. At the end of the week, I had just walked through that door, and then again they had talked about this mountaintop, and so I was like, I don't want to leave, like I just want to stay here. And so that was kind of the decision that like I want to get baptized, is like that is, walking through the door for the rest of your life is baptism. And so yeah, that was really when the big decision was. So after CIY, like you don't realize that you're off that mountaintop until maybe like 2 weeks later, when you're back in your life and like, everything's back to kind of normal, I guess. And so yeah, that kind of just distracted me a little bit. And so with that distraction, I was like, well, maybe I don't deserve this. And I just kind of had been like living with that, like not really saying anything until a couple weeks ago at fall retreat. And just being there back with everybody again at this camp setting just kind of reminds you and takes you back. And that was when I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I don't want to wait. So that was when I was like, okay, I'm finally just gonna say it, and I'm just gonna do it, and I just want to be with Jesus. We came back from fall retreat, and I contacted Zach about getting baptized, and just last week I got baptized at our high school gathering, which was really cool, just being back there with all the people, who I went to the fall retreat and CIY with, and just seeing them there with me, just feeling that like support that, like you feel you need sometimes, was just really cool and amazing. So for Above and Beyond, the money you guys raise helps kids like me get to go experience these camps like CIY and fall retreat, and just to have these amazing life-changing experiences with other kids and just change kids' lives. And I just want to thank you all for donating.